Recently the Civil Aviation Organization on the global scale also, released its report following the audit done on Nigeria's airports, and it scored Nigeria high, basically. Despite your concerns about, the multiple security checkpoints and how it's an anomaly, when you look at how it's or what obtains elsewhere, what's the impact of this evaluation by the ICAO?
Well, the ICAO audit is more of the operational aspect of the airport. What we're discussing actually is facilitation and how multiple layers of security is hindering facilitation and not encouraging travel. But the ICAO audit was splendid. Though we had some hiccups in the beginning. We had some gaps, and those gaps were given about 3 months to clear those gaps. And by the time they came back to do the second audit, we passed, and that was encouraging. Also, we also have the Federal Airport Authority Category 1 certification given by the American agency administration there. And that certification is very rare. We're among the few countries in Africa that have the certification, and that's why we're not happy with the position of the Honorable Minister when he went on air about 2-3 weeks ago, screaming blood and screaming lives of Nigerians being protected, when raising emotional issues when we had nothing like that in the airspace. But let me make it very clear that we have done well with certification. It is not coordinated or handled by international who come over to the country, look at all the security aspects of and tick the box that if you have met it. And if you have met it and they are certified and can give us those certification, then all we need to do is how to retain, sustain, or build on it. But on the topic today, I totally agree with the government that there's a need to improve facilitation at the airport. There's a need to reduce the number of security checkpoints at the airport. So, can we start counting? The DSS, the customs, immigration, foreign security, the Nigerian Air Force, then you have the airline security itself, then others. You have the NDLEA, you have the quarantine, you have agriculture, you have EFCC. Then at times you even see the National Civil Defense Corps at the gate too. So there's so many of them, and there's a need to work on it.
Yeah, so listing some of those agencies, so almost all the agencies, just like you said, customs, NDLEA, quarantine, agriculture, we now have the EFCC, just as you said. But how sacrosanct do you consider their jobs at the airport?
Well, for me, I don't see what the civil defense is doing there. I don't know why you have a quarantine and you have a Greek when one of them could handle that. And then, like I said earlier on, but though you were not listening, it wasn't clear. Group captain, the technology has taken over all this. What people see in most international airports is just the immigration personnel. It's the camera, the scanners that will do the rest of the job. It's when there are issues from those cameras, then you see the other agencies who are involved now stepping out to say, let's take this baggage, let's see this person. But the only person you see now is immigration. And in some airports, you don't even see immigration again. It's the bioscanner that you see and handles the whole process. We haven't got to that stage. What we have now is just the scanners and the machines. And I think what we need is get like you said in the beginning, and then get behind those cameras, get behind, improve technology, improve, and that helps improve facilitation and improves travel and generates more revenue for the country.
Right. And what role, did the roundtable play in all of this in terms of engagement with government as to the risks? Because for government, they perhaps all these agencies came on board as a result of, a need to curb and, tackle security threats. But, from your angle as an observer, as an airport user, as a stakeholder under the roundtable, what was the level, or what's the level of engagement with governments, to see this through, especially when you compare with what obtained previously and now, in your desire to see that this time around it is consistent?
Well, what I will tell you that at the Aviation Roundtable, Safety Roundtable Initiative, we are an NGO in the industry that propagates safety and profitability operation of the airlines. Now, we have had 2 or 3 BBMs, that the Business Breakfast Meeting, involving facilitation and security at the airport. We made a recommendation, and the communique was sent to all government agencies. In the past, if you could remember, there was this long dash table that's always at the counter of each airline. And on that dash table, we had all the agencies bringing out passengers' baggage, opening it up and searching it publicly with their hands. This was what one of the things we fought for, and at the end of the day, later on, that table was closed, and you see this. The table is still available, but not in the open anymore. It's placed at the side of the hall, whereby some passengers are asked to come in with their bag, put on the table just before they go to the check-in counter. Now we don't even want that table anywhere around the airport. It's not. It's old trend. It's not modern. It's not a way of getting accurate facilitation. Rather, it's encouraging. Bribery is encouraging what we get for weekend. That's what that table is, and we want that table to stop all this. How is your family? How are your kids? Greetings. For us, the process must continue, and I'm happy the media is taking it up now, joining the NGO, that's the ART, and other groups, even including them before. And I need to commend her that she has taken this issue up by going straight to the National Security Advisor to see how they can mitigate the multiple security checkpoints. And I just hope the presidency will keep, because we need the presidency, because some of these agency heads might not listen to the National Security Advisor. That's why we need the presidency to lead this process to the National Security Council and not the National Security Advisor's office.
All right, let's go to group